Hello, hello, Ali. How are you this evening? I hope you're doing well, Ali. And thank you for coming. And thank you for coming on time and being here with me, waiting to see who else joins us. And then we can start our dance tonight. So you're okay, Ali? I have to get my water. It's a hectic week. You know, tomorrow we're expecting a little bit of snow. Hi. It's a hectic week, very busy in this house. If you know what I mean, when you have visitors and they're taking over, everything is just one big thing. So hi, Rai, having fun over here. So how are you doing? Ali is visiting us and it's late for Ali. But let's see who else is going to drop in to see us. Give them a few minutes to get acquainted with stuff. It is how many minutes past 7? Hi, Dawn. How are you? I wanted to tell you, Dawn, I got so many nice responses from the note I wrote about the opportunity I had to do this workshop with your students, and I did it with Eden. And I posted a note. They didn't want me to post your testimonial, but I posted the note from Eden and a letter about just a note to say how it went. And a lot of people were very interested in it. So it was really nice getting that opportunity to do that. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you so much for giving me that opportunity. I hope I can do that again because it was really nice. If you guys don't know, Dawn is a teacher at a girls' center, and she met me on Facebook, and then I said I wanted to do some workshop, and she got the opportunity, so she invited me over to do this, and it was really, really nice. Hi Debbie, how are you? And so I did this workshop with these amazing people in the room, and it was really, hi Nina, how are you? So Nina and Ali, one in Iran, one in England, past your bedtimes. So I really appreciate you guys coming. And Debbie, the pictures you posted on Facebook of the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, oh, it was so beautiful. It's a nice place to visit. I really like that. So so Dawn is talking. Hope you can do that again too. I have 3 other groups of boys I'd love for you to meet. I would love to get involved and do another workshop with them. So tonight, I have a special thing. As you saw, you guys must have seen my notification. It said, are you ready? And tonight's topic is to blast off. Now, when you see that, you're wondering, what is she talking about? Blast off? I'm not a spaceship. I am not that. What am I blasting off? Where are we blasting off to? But you know what? We're all restless right now. And restlessness is always a precursor to the human race blasting off. Every time the human race gets restless like we are now, we were under quarantine and we might be doing this for another year. We don't know. So we are ready for blast off. And the thing about being restless is when you are this restless, things like that start happening. Innovations, inventions, new ways of doing things. The human race, when they are restless, they start to create. Restlessness is creation time for the human race. So now that we are so restless, all of us around the world, we are restless. We are having to do so many things and not doing nothing, and the world is in a turmoil. So that's restlessness. And you go back to history. Even in the 18th century, 19th century, great innovation and invention came about after the human race was going through restlessness. I'm looking at it now and I said to you, are you ready to blast off? The world is going to change. It's not going to change just like that and we won't be able to do that. There is going to be new innovation and new invention. People are going to step up to the plate and create new opportunities. Are you ready to get on board? Because we as a race are going to blast off. I don't know where we are going. I don't know how we are going to do that. But what I know for sure, this new environment is going to create scientists and inventors. Already you can see what happened. People that were just using their 3D computers started creating shields and doing all kinds of things. They're going to be more alert. So the world is ready for a blast off, because we cannot stand. When we are restless, things are not going how the human race likes it. And that is all over the world. Just think about it. Don't you think that there is going to be a big blast coming in? It will be like one of the rockets taking off to go to Mars. It's a blast off. And you have to prepare yourself. So I am here to tell you, all of you, prepare yourself for that blast off. The world is spinning. Maybe as you cannot see it, but right now, all the great inventions and minds are working to say, what are we going to do? And one of the things they're going to say, never again are we going to be caught with our pants down. Never again are we going to be unprepared for the new world. So you have to be ready to. What are you doing? What is it you can do to help this blast off? What can you do? The world is in a stage when human beings are restless, a blast off is coming. We are restless. When we are restless, we create, we invent, we innovate. And you have to be on the train. You have to be ready, because the world is going to take off. And it will take off as it has never taken off before. Things are going to just crack through the ceiling. Where are you going to be? Are you going to be ready to jump on that train and take advantage of the new world? It's not going to be something that is going to be the same old, same old. Human beings invent after they are stressed. Right now we are so restless. Every living one of us are restless. There are more creators, there are more inventors, there are more people trying. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me that we are on the cusp of great innovation and great inventions? When human beings are restless and we don't know what to do, we invent, we innovate. Go back in history and look at the times when there was nothing. You can go back to the time of Christ, a new religion started. Because the Romans at the time was ruining the world and killing people. Then we got into the Greek Empire. We got into the Roman Empire. We got into Mesopotamia. All these wonderful, amazing, wonderful cultures all dissolved. Look at Egypt. Humans get restless, they create. We are trapped. We're sitting in a time zone. We're sitting there and we are just waiting. But already we know great minds are getting there. Great minds are getting innovated. As I said to you 2 seconds ago, when this thing started, people who had their 3D printers, kids 11 and 10 and 9, started creating masks. Can you imagine this 9-year-old, what he's thinking now? Can you imagine this 20-year-old, 20-year-old men creating all these things, what they're thinking now? So you have to prepare yourself. Each and every one of us has to prepare ourselves to get ready for the blast off. Because when we are restless, human beings create things. We are innovative. We got fire. We created the wheel. And we just keep going. And then we took the wheel and we did something. So that 9-year-old that created a shield from his 3D printer at home, what you think is happening in his mind right now? What you think is happening into the mind of the 20-year-old neighbor next door that is doing something? It's true we are trapped. But when we are under pressure, we create, we come up to the plate, and the cream always comes up to the top. So where are you placing yourself? This is why I ask you tonight, are you ready for the blast off? Let me know how you feel. Do you agree with me? 1 year and we're going into months. What do you think is going to happen? You think human beings are we're going to sit there and just take this for a while? No. We are going to create opportunities to change what we're experiencing. And one of the things we will say, lest we forget, never again will we caught with our pants down. The entire world, guys, were caught with their pants down. That is something to come out of it, knowing that we are going to push the envelope to the point where it must be open. Brilliant minds are created. You think in 10 years, A 10-year-old who is now in high school, think of what he will do. Is he going to invent something to make a baseball go further than it ever did? Maybe. But is he going to invent something that takes care of pandemic and how we should do this thing? Maybe. We don't know. The question though for you tonight is, where do you want to be? In the grand spectrum, on the time where we are sitting now, where it is that you are placing yourself, I want to know. Tell me. Put a comment in there and tell me what you think. Do you agree with me that we are coming to a turning point of new invention, new innovation? Look at what has happened. We have cars that can drive themselves. They're not better. They're crashing. It's true. But what are we going to do? The world is spinning. Look at what happened in Minneapolis today, in Minnesota. They found the man guilty on all 3 counts. This is unheard of. And we are sitting here not saying the blast off coming. Prepare yourself. Get into the line. Pull your ticket and hold it in your hand and know I am going to be there. I am going to be on that line. I'm going to be when this rocket called Earth is going to blast off. With all this new creation and new invention and new opportunities and new this and new that and new ways of living and new ways of thinking. Are we going to be able to go places we've never been before? Of course we will. So the world is changing. Hi, Rosie Rowe. Hi, Coach Susie. That is why I ask you tonight, are you ready for the blast off? Human beings are restless. When we are restless, we create, we innovate, we invent. Are you going to put yourself in a position to absorb all of this? Are you getting your children ready for the new inventions and innovation? Your 10, 12-year-old child could be one of those that are inventing. How are we going to do this? What are you thinking? Let me know what you think, because I sat there and I looked back and I went through history looking back. Every time humans are restless, they create, they invent. They don't like restlessness. We have to be in the mode of making and creating things. Let me know. Put a comment. What do you think is going to happen? Great minds are going to come together. The great mind is that child next door. As I said to you, the 8-year-old and the 9-year-old that made masks and learned to sew, and the ones that created it from their 3D printer, what are they going to create? They already started. Their feet is on the treadmill. They're going to go. Where are your feet? What are you thinking? You think you're going to get up and you're going to work the same way? No way, Jose, we are not going to do that. This new world that we're stepping into is a new world of invention, innovation, creativity, and opportunities. What are you thinking of doing in this thing? Get on the train. Buy your ticket. The train is not going to stop for you unless you are at the station waiting to get on. That is the train that will blast off. So tonight, I want you to think. The whole world is restless. Things are changing. This is the wind of change. This is the wind of change. For the first time in America tonight, there is a verdict and they're not killing each other and burning things down that they need to eat from. So that tells you, and that I created this particular live before I even thought of it. I didn't realize that this was going to happen today. But one thing I knew for sure, this is the time for change. Humans are restless. When the human race is restless, we create, we innovate, we get invention, we get together, we work as a team. And guess what? This is what is happening. From the youngest among us to the oldest among us, they are going to change the world. Look back at history, guys. Africa was a great gold nation. They had more gold than all of Egypt. They created the first pyramid. They too. Change came. Egypt came. All the other Mesopotamia, Genghis Khan came. The Greeks came. They conquered. You know, one of my silly brothers told the priest when he had to learn Latin, and he said to the priest, Latin killed the Greeks and then it killed the Romans, and you're asking me to do it so it could kill me. But that was just a family joke. He did say that to the priest. The priest came home. My parents had a little talk. He still didn't pass my Latin. So what I'm trying to say to you tonight is look around you. Look around you. Take a peek. If you have, I know the news is not healthy. I know, but there were people that came up to the plate. They stepped up to the plate and they created PPEs. The children that took their 3D computers and create masks for them. The girls that never knew to sew and they showed them. Those that wrote notes and people that beat pots and pans. Come on, you think we're going back to the old way? No. But you are in the world. We are all in this new world. So what are we going to do? I want you to tell me in your comments what you think. I know this tickled you when I said, are you ready? And then I said, the topic is blast off. Well, guess what? That too shall pass. And then right now, do you know right now, there are people that are creating new opportunities and new invention, innovation, and new creation. What are we going to do? What is your plan? It is not too soon to say where you want to sit on the train. Buy your ticket. You buy your ticket by thinking what it is where am I going to fit into this new world? And what it is I am going to contribute to this new world. We cannot sit back and look at it and think it's going to be like it was 2 years ago at this time. Just think of it. I cannot even say last year. I can't even say last year. I have to say in 2019. It's completely different. So the question remains is, where do you want to be sitting on the train when it blasts off? Are you going to wait for somebody to put you on the train because nobody is coming? The world is restless. We are all restless. Humans are not supposed to be restless. When we are restless, time for creation. What are you going to create? I'm going to look at your comments so I can address them because I want you to buy your ticket. So love it. Yeah, we have to. Buy your ticket. Everybody get your what it is you're thinking of. This is not a joke. Think. I want you to be ready to get your ticket. Make sure you know what you're going to do. Susie missed you earlier on a call. Oh, sorry, Susie. I don't know. I have my granddaughter here. You know what that's like. I'm so sorry, Zan and Susie. That's amazing, Nina. Glad to hear that. We have to, hi, Nina. We have to make sure you buy your ticket. I've been reading about pressure points. Fascinating. Oh, Nina, the pressure points on Sunday really got you, didn't they? So I am so glad you got me. I'm a work in progress. I'm going to bed early. That's something we'll talk about. Glad you enjoyed the photos. Thanks, Debbie. They were really nice. I can do that again, Dawn. I will. But I want you guys to tell me something about what I said. Think. I tickled you. I got you to think. Express yourself. That's why I have the comment section. Express yourself. Say what you think. I told you that there's going to be a blast off. And because humans are restless. When we are restless, we create. When we are restless, we innovate. When we are restless, we invent. What is your plan for this new world? Because we are all restless. It's only restlessness that causes some of us not to put on the protection they tell us that we don't know. But nobody knows. Not even the powers that be. Nobody knew. When this thing started, we don't know. They weren't ready because nobody knew it was coming. But at least we know. We know now change is coming. When we are restless, there is a precursor. Restlessness is a precursor to change. When there is change, you have to change to get on board. You need to shift your paradigm. We cannot do things the same old way. We cannot keep doing things the way it was always supposed to be done because what? It's not the same anymore. We have inventors that are not even fully 12. They're not a teenager. Their ages are not in double digits. And yet they're making marvelous things. I am not saying that you have to, but just in case you have an idea, you should play with it. Just in case you have an idea, you should look at it. Just in case you're thinking of doing something, then you should step into it. What I'm saying is, do not wait for somebody else to come on board and change things for you. Nobody is coming. The change is up to you, and you need to blast off, because the rest of the world is going to take off. I don't know how long it will take, but what I know for sure, where there is restlessness, there is change. And what I'm saying, and I saved this part of it for the last, we have to hope and pray that that restlessness creates better, not worse, not frighteningly worse. And each and every one of us has a part to play in this. If we all decide it's going to be a better world than it was, then it will be. But if we sit back and we're lackadaisical and we procrastinate and say, well, we'll get to it, guess what? It will be something we don't like. It's like voting. If you don't vote, you have to take whoever somebody else chooses for you. This is our chance to make a decision and a choice. So we have to step up to the plate. We have to buy our ticket. We need to be at the station, lock, stock, and barrel, ready to blast off. And if we sit back and hoping and praying, it's not enough. Don't sit there and pray God will take care of it. He's not, because he gave you a choice. He gave you free will. There is a parable about this lady who had laundry to do. She took all the laundry and she went to the river. She sat on a stone and she left all the laundry in the basket. And then somebody said to her, "And you're going to wash the clothes?" She said, "No, God will help me." And the woman said, "How long have you been sitting there?" "Well, 2 days." "Have you eaten?" "No, I just keep drinking the river water." "Do you have soap?" "Yes." "God is not coming to help you," she said to her. "You need to start." "But they told me God will take care of me." "But God wants you to start," the woman insisted. "You need to push the button. You need to wash the clothes, wet the clothes, use the soap, and maybe God will help you. But you have a choice to begin." So she sat for 2 days drinking water, no food, waiting for God to come from somewhere and step into the river and do her laundry for her. Don't be caught like this. This is being caught if your pants down. And you go, "Oh, I didn't know people were coming here." Well, yes, they are. And you need to get your ticket. And you need to make a choice and blast off with the rest of the world. Because change is coming. You know, like they say in Lords of the Ring, winter is coming. Well, as sure as we know that tomorrow is the 21st of April, bet your bottom dollar that the winds of change are coming, and it's taking the whole world with it. It's not going to be just you know how we sit in North America and we hear, "Oh, there is a flood over here, there's a this over there, there's a monsoon, there's a tornado," and we're all feeling we're so comfortable. "Oh, it's not helping us." Well, this time, guess what? It came and it took all of us by surprise. Pants down and all. Nothing to cover us with. And man got restless. Human race got restless. And we are not to be discharged. When we get restless, we are forced to contend with. Look at what we have already done through restlessness. So get ready. If you are not on the train, you will miss it. If you are not ready for the blast off, you will miss it. So all I'm asking you to do right now is to make sure you have your ticket. What it is you want to do, what you want to think. Keep this, what I'm telling you, keep it in your mind, because I know for sure. Because what it is indicative. Our past behavior is indicative of our future behavior. We are not a stock. The only time it is not like that is when you're buying a stock and they'll tell you the stock was high last year, but that is not indicative of how it will behave this year. But we humans, when we are pressured, when we are restless, our attitudes and our behaviors are indicative that we are going to change it. We are going to make sure it never happens again. Whether we walk the streets for years and preaching never again, we will do it. So you have to realize that and get on board this train. It is moving fast, faster than you can think. Remember, time is not renewable. You cannot buy it. It's not a pension plan that you forgot to invest in and now you can buy into it. You can't. Time is going to go and you are alive. And don't stand there with regret being your best friend and saying, I should have really gone and do this thing. I had plans to do it. I was waiting to make sure it was perfect. There is no such thing. Jump on that train. Hold on to the train. Whether you have to be like a hobo and grab whatever, get on the train. Because life is changing. We are restless. We create when we're restless. So get on board. And this is what I have to say to you tonight. I am not seeing you guys telling me what you think, but I know I have tickled some senses. That I know for sure. So, anybody had anything to say? Because I pushed, I begged, and everybody is just so happy to greet everybody. I just love my followers. You guys are the best ever. You love each other so much. Hi, Rose, still waiting for your answer. Hi, Udane. And 1 of 6. That must be like our family, 1 of 9. 1 of 6. So all of you have been here. And I ask you to tell me what you think. And nobody has said anything. I am hoping it tickled your senses and you're going to go with it. And you will have to think about it. That is all I want to make sure you got tonight. So I know I've been talking for 28 minutes almost. And I said, just tell me what you think. That was a shock. You guys didn't expect me to bring this topic up and to bring it that way. It's not the topic. If I explain, are you ready for the blast off? And you better get your skates on because you have to take off with the rest of the world. And whatever you're doing, if you want to start a business, get ready for the blast off. If you want to be coaching, get ready to coach. If you want to get a new job, get ready for that. If you want to reevaluate your relationship, get ready for that. If you want to reevaluate your finances, get ready for that. If your emotional health is sinking, get ready for that. Mental health is having an issue, get ready for that. Physical health is having an issue, do something about it. Spiritual health, and of course, you know my pet is financial. Get ready. Look around you. What can I do that I count? What can I do that I am part of this amazing world that is being created? What can I do for this blast off? And that's what I want you guys to touch on tonight. So tonight, I'm sending each of you love and joy, light, and I just hope and pray that you realize this is not a joke. Trust me. And if you don't believe me on that, go back through history. Every time we're restless, we create, we innovate, and we invent. And only the slow and the procrastinators and the minds that are not open are left behind. And you certainly do not want to be one of those. You don't. None of us want to be left behind on this blast off. It's like you see the rocket going through the sky. That's how fast it's going to be. You watch. You just watch. And if you don't believe me, when you remember and when you see the changes are coming, like they say in that movie, Lord of whatever it is, winter is coming, guess what? Winter is indeed coming. And that's what I want all of you to remember. Winter is coming. But that is not winter. It's the winter of change, the winter of the wonderful things that are going to happen. One thing that has gotten, I completely agree with you, said Debbie, Dawn, and appreciate the pushing. One thing that has got me thinking more about is community involvement. We have 5 kids killed in the last 5 weeks. It's true. We have to just do what we feel that is. We know our calling. Every one of us know how we feel. Every one of us knows what we want to do. A few of us let procrastination hold us back. We let fear of trying hold us back. We let the critics hold us back. We let our own inner dialogue help keep us back. But you can't. You're created perfectly, and each and every one of us have a purpose. But more so now than ever, we are called. We are actually called to succeed. We are called to be our best. We are called to give and to help others. There's always going to be somebody you can feel the energy, or you can see them and you're going to say, I'm going to help you. Remember when I read the story of the tree and the lady said, I am going to put you somewhere else. And that's what we are. We are there to put the others that cannot put themselves somewhere else. You be the change. You be part of this magnificent and amazing world that's coming. I have no idea, but boy, I cannot wait to see it. I am looking forward to it and I want to be part of it. So try to see. You know what I want to do is to tell you, yes, you can. You know what my part is to continue to tell you, of course you can try. Of course you're good enough. Of course you're worthy. Of course you have it in you. Of course you're smart. Of course you're so smart that you're smarter than the teacher that's teaching you. All you need is a little bit of grease under your feet and you can slide through life. But you have to know that. So this is where I come to inspire you, enlighten, educate, and encourage you. What is your job? What it is you can do in this new world that's coming. So enjoy this evening, and I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow morning on something equally as fantastic. I strive every day to bring something that makes you show that you need to do more than just teach. The individuals that were invoked in it and end up at the detention center. I understand, Dawn, you really have your hands full with those kids. And I saw that. But there are others out there that can maybe stop those kids before they get to that point by letting them know you're worthy and you're better than that. And where you're heading is a dead end. And sometimes you cannot do it forcefully. You need to glide and show them in a soft and gentle way. So tonight, guys, have a wonderful night. And I hope you understand the blast off. I'm waiting to see what you guys are going to think, because that will come up again. And when the blast stuff hits you, remember April 20th, 2021. At 7 o'clock, I told you to be ready. So sending you light and joy. Have a wonderful evening. And thank you, each and every one of you. Those of you that come from far and wide, and those of you that I had to talk with at 6 o'clock and I didn't get to do it, I'm so sorry, I apologize. And those of you like Ali that comes from Iran, and Nina, and those of you who are in mountain time, or who are like Rosie, maybe is cooking dinner in California, Zan is coming from another state. Thank you guys for dropping in, because it is a wonderful evening and it's something to know that you were told that you have to be part of these restless humans, that we are going to do something fabulous. Don't leave it to others. Be part of the change. Be on the train. Be one of those brilliant minds. Ask yourself, what can I do to impact the world in a positive way? Every day when you go to bed, every morning when you wake up, what can I do to impact this world in a positive way? And if each of us ask that and continually ask it until the question is there before us, we will succeed. So have a wonderful evening and thank you. Thank you for coming. Bye, guys.